What is up? Welcome to Hustle System. My name is Mikhail and I help people master their mindset, build a better business, and help you live your life on your terms. In this video, we're going to be talking about what I call the deserve it factor and why it's important. As always, before we dig in, if you have not yet subscribed to the channel, please click the subscribe button. And if you have subscribed but have not enabled notifications yet, please find the little notification bell and click it so you can be notified when I upload more awesome videos like this. Deserve it factor. What is it? Okay. People come to me over and over again and go, how could I get what I want? I want this nice house. I want this nice car. I want this pretty girl. How can I get what I want? You gotta deserve it. The deserve it factor. This is gonna be a reality check for a lot of you watching, is you want a lot of things you don't deserve. Okay? Just calling it out. You don't deserve it. You haven't done the work. You haven't earned it. Okay, and a lot of people don't wanna hear that. They assume that life is just gonna hand you things freely without you doing anything, without you having to learn any new skills. And we talk about this time and time again. The default outcome is not going to be very good if you don't do something about it. You have to do something about it. And if you were to take a pause right here, right now, watching this video, and separate the wants from the deserves. So let's take a moment and pause about the things that I want. Okay, I'll just use myself as an example. I want a jet and I want $100 million in personal funding. Okay, personal, to fund my life in assets. Okay, have I done the things to deserve a jumbo jet and $100 million? The answer is no. No, I have not. I've created a lot of value for a lot of people, but in order to have $100 million in personal net worth, you need to create billions of dollars of value. And you know what? Right now, I'm in my 30s. I have not done that. I have failed to do that. Okay, so I'm putting myself in the hot seat like I always do, and you need to put yourself in the hot seat next. What are those things you want? You want that nice house? You want that nice car? You want that pretty girl? Or boy, I don't know what you're into. Those are the things that you want. What have you actually deserved? Let's talk about the house. Have you actually taken the time to figure out how much money is going to take to put that mortgage down or to pay that off? Or are you just hypothetically wishing that a house comes into your life somehow? Okay, let's say you want a $10 million house, or let's say a $1 million house. Okay, we live in LA, so like a $1 million house is like a room, but let's say you want a $10 million house. Okay, with a 20% down, that means you need $2 million in cash to put down. I know there's other options. I know there's other financing. I'm just letting you guys know this is an example. People are like, why don't I have the mansion? Why don't I have the mansion? Why don't I have the mansion? Well, why don't you have $2 million saved? Are you taking the time to put your assets into asset classes that are going to grow? Are you taking the time to conserve those assets instead of spending your cash flow that you have coming in? Are you reinvesting cash flow into the proper channels in order to have that grow? Right? For every dollar you make, are you turning that into $3? Because that's the only way to get to that level of wealth. Right? If you need to have $2 million, that's a number. The cool thing about numbers, guys, numbers don't lie. Numbers don't lie, and numbers are easy. Numbers are really easy to figure out. I think some of you watching are like, we're not good at math. I used to hear this all the time in high school. Like, Americans are not good at math. Like, I'm Russian, I am awesome at math. Like, I just destroy at math. Okay, so whatever limiting belief you have around you and math, you need to get rid of it, and you need to get really, really good at math. If you want to be really rich, you better get really, really good at math really, really fast. You better understand compound interest and a lot of these really basic factors that are affecting your money, because guess what? Your money is affecting your lifestyle. Okay, so if you're choosing to be bad with math and bad with money, you're choosing to be bad at life. Like, that's just the truth. And again, reality check, right? What do you want versus what do you deserve? Let's talk about that nice car. Well, are you going to have to make payments on that for like 5 years, 6 years in order to get like the car you want, and then it's going to be super old and you're going to be like in debt? Or are you going to find a way to get something maybe that's a little bit below your means, but buy it out in cash, that way you don't have to make payments? Are you going to lease? How are you going to get that car? What is the actual path of actions that you need to take in order to have the money to get the thing that you want? Okay, let's talk about that significant person you want in your life. Right? It's like these people that they go on Instagram and they comment on hot girls' photos. It's like, oh my God, you're so pretty. I wish I could date you. And you click on the guy's profile and he's like living in like Bangladesh. Like nothing against Bangladesh, guys, but you got to take the actions, or like lives in a shack, right? It's like you have to be in tune with the reality, and you have to face it. You have to face it because it's scary and it breaks you down, right? I don't mean to offend anyone here, but it's the truth. It's the God honest truth that if you look at yourself in the mirror and you're not happy with it, that's the best thing you can do. The best thing you can do is not be content, because maybe, just maybe, that'll actually force you to do the thing you need to do to change it. The worst thing you can do is to stuff it. The worst thing you can do is to go out and party instead of facing that person inside and evolving that person inside. The worst thing you can do is do drugs and drinking and cigarettes and all sorts of other things to neglect that moment of realization, because that moment of realization might not come again. And that's the scary part with the deserve it factor, is you'll have those moments where you'll look at yourself in the mirror and you go, I am not happy with where I am. And what you do in that split second, in that first moment, is going to define the rest of your life. It will, because you've got two roads. So you can go one way, you can go another way. So you've got it's a split moment. It's a split second you get. Okay? A splinter in time. Instantaneous. And the decision that you make, the reason why I made this video is so that in that moment you can make the right decision. And that right decision is not to go out and party, not to go out and drink, not to go out and watch another video. Is to look at yourself again and say, what is it that I don't like, and what am I going to do about it? What am I going to, and not just think it, but start putting it into action. Start implementing it. Maybe you got a little bit of a gut. Maybe you're a little overweight. Maybe you're not quite healthy. Maybe you don't have the money that you want in your bank account. Maybe you don't have the career that you want. Maybe you don't have the living situation that you want. You can change it. You are powerful. You are a human being with free will and the capacity to do anything. You are infinitely powerful, but we are at the mercy of our own psychology. We are at the mercy of what we allow and do not allow ourselves to do, what we permit and do not permit for ourselves as far as levels of success, levels of abundance, levels of greatness and power and courage. We put a little limiter on it and we say, you know what, that's what a society will accept, so that's as far as I'm gonna go. Why? Why not go past that and past that and past that and realize the society's not even paying attention, man. Nobody's paying attention. You can do whatever you want with your life. Just don't go hurting other people, be a good person. But you can do whatever you want. So if you're looking yourself in the mirror saying, I'm not where I want to be financially, how much do you want? And how much have you deserved of the actions you've taken in your life? Because when you come home and you sit down in front of the television, instead of building a business, instead of improving your skills, in front of picking up that book that's sat on the bookshelf and is collecting dust, you are voting for your future with your current actions. Again, you are voting for your future with your current actions, with every single moment, every single second, every single minute, every single hour, every single day, every single week, month, and year that goes by is a vote towards your future. And it's entirely up to you how you choose to approach that. So the deserve it factor is no joke. Because when you look at it and you look yourself in the eye and you feel weak, you feel like you've underperformed, that is the best moment. That is there's anger, there's disappointment, there is sadness, there is disgust at self. And what's beautiful with that is the only way to get that dirty, dirty muck off of you is to take massive, massive action. The only way to change that perception of your gut is to get in the gym, to stay disciplined, to get up early. The only way to change those relationships that you have in your life is to go and be a better person to the people in your life. The only way to change that career that you're not happy with is to sharpen the sword of the skills that you have that generate income. Is to take the risks, to start the business you're too scared to start. Is to face the fear. Trial by fire is the only way you're gonna get to the place you want to be. Because when I look in the mirror, I love it. I love it. Because I know I'm doing exactly what I need to do, when I need to do it, with every single second, every single minute, every single hour, every single day, every single week, every single month, every single year that I get on this precious, precious, precious earth. I could be gone tomorrow. By the time this video comes out, I could be gone. How crazy is that? It could totally happen. Some crazy person could stab me. We get hit by an asteroid. You never know. So did you live your life to the level that you had potential and you tapped into it? Or are you gonna end your life realizing that there's so much more you could have done and wish you could have done, but you didn't optimize your time. You didn't use those resources correctly that you were given for free. You're giving your time for nothing. You're just giving it. It's the most precious resource you get. And you're giving your health for free too. And people abuse both of those. They sit on the couch and eat Cheetos. Right? So yeah, let's abuse our two most valuable resources and then wonder why we don't have money. It's silly, it's foolish, right? Don't allow this planet to become the realization of the movie Idiocracy. It is up to you. It is up to us to make a stand. It is up to us to say, you know what? We need to clean up the oceans. It's up to us to say, we need clean drinking water for all. It's up to us to say, we're gonna do that, but we're gonna do it within the framework of capitalism as it stands. We're gonna do it so it's lucrative. We're gonna do it so it's amazing. We will replace the rainforest. It's up to us. It's up to you. It's up to me. It's up to every single one of us to do it. Not just together, but also individually in the small decisions that we make in our lives. And I know that might sound like too big of a thing for you to comprehend, but I'm telling you, with every single action we take, we don't just decide our own fate. We decide the fate of all of humanity. We decide the fate of our children, our grandchildren, and our grandchildren's children. And that can carry a weight. So the future that they get to have is dependent on the future that we deserve for them to have. Not that we wish, not that we hope, not that we envision. No, the actions we take will lay the path for the future that exists tomorrow. We don't rise to the level of our expectations. We fall to the level of our training. Again, we do not rise to the level of our expectations. We fall to the level of our training. That's why this is such a critical and important video for you to understand, to master, and to put into practice. If you enjoyed this video, please like and comment below. We tackle a lot of mindset topics inside the mentoring program, which is a 12-week mentoring program for you to build an online business from scratch, whether or not you have a brand, including mindset, including how to build funnels, write great copy, persuasion, psychology, sales, you name it. We cover it all. Highly recommend you check that out. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like, give it a comment. Won't hurt you. As always, this is Hustle System. My name is Mikhail. I help people master their mindset, build a better business, and help you live your life on your terms. This has been the Deserve It Factor. I appreciate you taking the time to watch this video. Love you, appreciate you, and I'll see you in the next one.